Episode 566. He spotted several figures heading straight for him from that direction. Yi Shu was on guard, but he wasn't panicked. He'd been on guard, so he'd chosen his leveling spots carefully. He'd stuck to open areas as he fought his way through, making it easier to spot any unfriendly visitors early. He spotted 5 players heading straight for him, but no movement from any other direction. Yi Shu couldn't be sure if this was an ambush or not. As the 5 drew closer, the 3 of them could finally make out the guild tags above their heads. They all froze. The guild name these 5 were sporting wasn't from any of the major club guilds. The game's design caps a single guild at 10,000 members, but any major team has far more than 10,000 fans. So each club creates numerous sub-guilds to accommodate all their supporters. But these sub-guilds usually have the main guild's name clearly displayed in their titles, so anyone can tell at a glance. These 5 people in front of him showed no discernible connection to any of the major club guilds.
They're from Heavenly Swords.
At that moment, Chen Guo had already called out the name of their guild.
Who is it?
Yi Shu asked. From Chen Guo's tone, this Heavenly Swords guild seemed to have some real clout.
It's called Heavenly Swords, a player guild, and a pretty powerful one at that. The guild leader's name is Zhang Lu Lan. I hear he's a rich second-generation heir who just threw money at the problem to build up this whole guild.
Chen Guo explained to Yi Shu. Yi Shu hadn't paid attention to the world of online games for a long time. How could he possibly know about the rise and fall of player guilds like that? After hearing Chen Guo's introduction, Yi Shu understood perfectly well, no matter the online game, you could never stop the power of the pay-to-win warrior. Throw enough money at it, and even without skill you can deck yourself out in overpowered gear and bully the vast majority of players. Besides, the idea that a pay-to-win player has no skill is a misconception in itself. Anyone willing to invest that much money clearly has a genuine love for the game. And their skills, no matter what, can't possibly be as bad as a total newbie's. So Yi Shu didn't look down on players like that. In fact, he was a little envious. Just throw money at your gear? Think of all the hassle that saves.
This guy probably has no ties to the club guilds.
Chen Guo kept up her introductions. The 5 members of Team Slaying Serpents were closing in fast, ignoring the minor monsters along the way. There was no doubt about it. They were heading straight for Yi Shu and his 2 companions. Since this wasn't a revenge squad from a club guild, Yi Shu had a pretty good idea what this guy was after. Well, I've really been on fire lately. As they drew near, the 5 of them slowed down. But they were all just game avatars. Their normal walk was the system's default animation. No one could look any more dashing than the others. But the gear these 5 were wearing truly projected an extraordinary aura. A veteran like Yi Shu didn't need to check their stats. Just by looking at the style of their gear, he could tell each piece was top tier. You have to understand, even in the pro scene, not every character is decked out head to toe in custom gear. A lot of their equipment is just orange gear they've managed to snag from the regular game. Plenty of players in the regular game have gear like this, and it's certainly no obstacle for those willing to spend real money. The gear these 5 were sporting would make any online player green with envy. The one in the center, with the ID Zhan Lu Lan, was shouldering a massive greatsword that Yi Shu recognized. It was called Zhan Feng, a level 65 pink tier weapon. While not a max level 70 weapon, it was the kind of gear that even Pro League swordsmen would choose to use. The most unique additional property of this heavy sword was that it linked the character's attack power to their item quick slot bar. For every weapon placed in the quick slot bar, the character's attack power increases by 10%. In Glory, there are 12 item slots in total, so if you fill them all with weapons, your character's attack power gets boosted by 120%. That's absolutely ridiculously overpowered. In theory, Zhanfeng represents the absolute limit of attack power in Glory. How to replicate the wind-severing attribute through crafting has been a technical puzzle plaguing the R&D teams of every major club since the weapon first appeared in the game. The Glory game developers had a proud slogan for their equipment editing system: "If you can dream it, you can make it." Whether that's an exaggeration or not is one thing, but there's no doubt about this. Any piece of equipment that exists in the game can absolutely be replicated with player-crafted gear. So, that unique additional attribute of the Windsever is definitely achievable on a player-crafted weapon. It's just that the method has been sought after for years, and to this day no one has managed to craft a weapon like it. Given its unique nature, the Zanfeng has always been highly sought after in the game, consistently regarded as a top-tier weapon for blade masters. Such a top-tier item could never be common in the game. Given that Slaying Buildings has one in his possession, it's safe to say he didn't acquire it through sheer luck.
There's a great sword in the swordsman class called Zanfeng. You've heard of it, right?
It was no secret that Zan Lulan possessed a wind cutter. Chen Guo was still introducing this person to Ye Shu, unaware that Ye Shu had already recognized the weapon slung over the character's shoulder at a single glance.
I know. I've already seen it.
Ye Shu just said. Shen Guo didn't say anything more, as Zhan Lo Lan and the 4 people with him had already arrived before the 3 of them. Soon, a smiley face emoji floated up in the text bubble above Chivalrous Slayer's head, and he spoke up.
Hello, you 3.
This is one of the most popular ways to communicate in online games. You use voice chat to talk. But since the in-game characters don't have facial expressions, a lot of people get into the habit of speaking while also using the game's built-in emoticons to show what kind of expression they'd be making.
Greetings, all 5 of you.
Yeshu followed suit, a hehe laughing emoji popping up over his head as he spoke.
Lord Grimm, I've heard so much about you.
Slaying Autumn Lantern then spoke directly to Yeshu.
Zan Lu Lan. I've heard a lot about you too.
You're bragging. You literally just found out.
Chen Guo gave Yeshu a look of utter contempt, then sent him a private message.
It was just polite talk. He only found out a few days ago himself, didn't he?
Yi Shu replied instantly.
If you tell him you're Yi Chu, then it really would be an honor to finally meet you.
Chen Guo replied. She was really looking forward to seeing this scene, and she was sure it would be absolutely epic. Yi Shu, however, didn't reply, as Zhan Lulan was the one speaking at the moment.
You made it to the heavenly domain at just level 50, brother. That's unprecedented. Truly incredible. Which server were you on before? I wonder if we've ever crossed paths on your main account.
Of course, a player who could complete the Heavenly Domain Challenge at level 50 was no newcomer fresh out of a new server. Even Tang Ru, with her incredible APM, who had been learning from a textbook-level master like Ye Shu and was so fiercely competitive, had to admit she couldn't handle the Heavenly Domain Challenge tasks right now. So, in recent days, plenty of people have been gossiping about which top player Lord Grimm really is and what his main account might be. They suspected just about every famous character in the Heavenly Domain, but during the Spring Festival event, all those characters were busy running around there too, so they were quickly ruled out. So, everyone's thoughts turned to the retired legends, wondering which one of them was making a comeback in the new server.